Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is the BVB rebuild, it is episode 13. Today we have our first games in the Champions League Group C. We take on Everton in match day 1 before we go and play Olympiacos away in Greece for match day 2. Next episode will of course be the Barcelona doubleheader, and that so happens to be the team that SFB have this year in the quarterfinal of the Champions League in the good old year, I think 2038. If you have not watched the Denmark save, highly recommend it. We have a world-class team and playing a few of our former friends in Barcelona. We're also very interested to see how we can go against Barcelona here. And we have to start with one Barcelona legend that decided to join us for a little fee. So you would have seen the transfer histories and the transfer business that we've done, but you would not have seen two people. I'm mad we brought on a deadline day, just in case the centre-back issues, the kids got good potential. We're not going to be here to grow in. But if we ever had like 3-4 centre-backs go down, at least I have some cover, which is great. But for 5.25 million, I'm like, look, this is our year to win the Champions League, obviously. I'm only doing it this season. I want to win it badly. I've never won it with a German side. We've won it with obviously a Icelandic side. We've won it with an English side. We've won it with a... we were hoping to win it with a German side. Won it with a French side. Sorry, Metz. I was trying to remember Metz. How can you forget Metz? But yeah, look, obviously Jordi Alba still got a bit about himself, right? Transfer listed by Barca, and instead of buying him who was interested, I decided to take the punt on him. Still got 14 acceleration, 11 pace, but he's experienced. He's won the Champions League. He's someone who's been here and done it all in football. And where we do have Rafael Guerrero, and don't get me wrong, I do like the guy and I think he's really good. I also think he's a little bit prone to making the odd mistake. I think in these important ties, it may be very good, and in our interest to have Jordi Alba. And I've decided, you know what, it's worth the punt. He's good backup, he's better than Schultz, who I've now transfer listed, and Jordi Alba is actually going to start today here against Everton as well. Human Song started his life very well, of course, to his life here in Germany. He's played here before, 2 assists, a goal, but he's done a lot of good things right. Makoku's still banging him in as well, and Tonali off the bench has been really good. Expect to see this guy start in the lesser games. I do want to keep the Emre Can, Ceballos train going together for as long as we can, because they have a very good understanding, but Tonali probably to play in the lesser games, and if he plays himself into form, could find his way too. Also before Munier in the bigger games, I feel like Gabriel Menino, he's not young anymore, but he still makes a bit of a mistake, the 21-year-old. I think he will end up being world-class, and we will see... we'll see a year of development, and hopefully after this year we won the Champions League, we won't see any more. But he could be, sort of player we use towards the back end, and hopefully it will be okay. Barbosa does need to make the bench. Jude Bellingham will make way. No, he won't, unfortunately, Marco Reus. Jaden, don't kill me. He's a little bit older, and against Everton, who will be tricky. It'll be interesting to see how we go. Everton, on the other hand, currently lies 15th in the Premier League. They have started with Liverpool, Chelsea, Palace and United. Jeez, and Arsenal in the Carabao Cup and absolutely trounced them. But Liverpool on the opening day, the Merseyside derby, they lost. They then drew 2-2 away at Stamford Bridge to Chelsea. That's a pretty good result. Everton did have 10 men, sorry. They then lost 3-1 away to Palace. That was a must-win game early on in their season, you think, with then United next. And they did do a decent job. Their key player, obviously, here is going to be... no, that's us. It should be... what's his name? The winger there. The Brazilian guy, Richarlison, that's the one. It's Dominic Calvert-Lewin, there you go. It was out of 1 or 2. Obviously he's looking really good. Richarlison we'll have a look at in a second. They obviously finished 4th in the league last year. William Carvalho is here and Sean Dice in charge. Interesting times. Transfer history. This season they signed in Carvalho and brought him in as captain. And they brought in Broja on a free as well. Sold anyone? Not really. Last year, spent 65 million, huh? Musa Sissoko, Ryan Fraser, Solomon, Ronnie Edwards, a little bit of a player from Peterborough as well. Not bad. Said Kolasinac came in. Lars Karius came in on a free. Interesting. I wonder if he's starting. Please start, because I would love to play him. And they sold Alex Iwobi to Leipzig. We have played against him, obviously, in Bernard as well. And then that's really it for there. So interesting Everton side. In terms of us, though, we're in a very good shape, very good form. We've only dropped points in the league to top of the place Leipzig, and that was the last game out, we drew 1-1. But in terms of that, we've got 2 games in hand on Leipzig and 4 points behind. Win both of them, we are top of the tree. Kat Kerr is in goals for our first ever Champions League game as Dortmund manager. We got Munier, Hummels, Torres, who started pretty well as well, Pau Torres at the minute, and Jordi Alba at left back. Heung-min Song coming inside as an inverted wing on attack with Emre Can, Ceballos, and Sancho. Haaland and Moukoko lead the line. This guy has been absolutely freaking incredible this season, and hopefully he can continue that same vein of form. I think we should win, and I'm going to predict that we win 3-1, but I do think in England it would be very difficult against Everton. We have to score first. If Everton score first, it might be very hard to break them down. Their team on paper does look pretty good. Kenny out wide, Ben Godfrey, they always seem to sign him, and Holgate and Digne and Allen and Solomon, Richarlison, James Rodriguez and Calvert-Lewin. Obviously, Karius on the bench. Interesting. It's a weird signing. Keane, Sissoko, Mose Keane, Doncora. Branthwaite is here too. Interesting. And Ted Kolasinac on the bench as well. Very interesting Everton side. I actually don't mind their business, to be fair. We are going to go out there. We are going to go and press them because that's what we do in the 4-4-2. And we'll have a look at people's stats. Jordan Pickford, obviously a pretty good keeper. Kenny, very good at Everton as well. Decent little fullback. Mason Holgate, probably one of their better fullbacks. Ben Godfrey, great player is Ben Godfrey. Obviously, the former Norwich man. I rate him highly. And there we go. Lucas Digne, obviously a very good fullback. Allen and William Carvalho is a very good defensive too. Solomon out wide on the left-hand side. He's got good ability with the ball. On the right-hand side, our right-hand side for Solomon. Left-hand side of Richarlison, who I think is their best player. James Rodriguez in the deeper 4-2-2-1-1 system. It's a 4-4-1-1, but with 2 DMs and Calvert-Lewin up top. For me, it's this guy off the bench. If we can control Mose Keane off the bench, we're going to be in a pretty good shape of form. Doncora, obviously, is not a bad player. Branthwaite, different Branthwaite. There we are. I was thinking, obviously, the one that's at Barcelona. I was like, hang on, didn't seem to be brought in, but there we are. Anyway, you come into this opponent's be not so negative. I really hope he takes his form into this. I think on paper, maybe our current form, we are favourites, but you can never be sure with me in the Champions League. Haaland knocks down Emre Can, ball into the box, headed in by Sancho in inside 3 minutes. Sancho against an English club has scored. Spurs tried with all their will to bring him to the Premier League. I rejected everything. And in the end, he signed a new 5-year deal now with me as well, Sancho. And he's banged one into the Champions League. And 3 minutes into our first ever Champions League game in charge as Dortmund manager, we are leading 1-0 to the good. And Barcelona have followed suit and scored pretty much in the same minute as well. Early going suggests we are dominating the game here. 3 shots, 1 on target, 65% of the possession, and continuing in the same vein of form. And hopefully we continue to dominate this game. Saying that though, James Rodriguez on a free kick, looking for Ben Godfrey, and he heads just over. Gonna say they've got Calvert-Lewin, they've got 2 centre backs that can head the ball, got Digne that can whip in a good ball too. They've got obviously James Rodriguez that can pick them off. We have to be careful aerially. And to be fair to Everton, after the first 15 minutes, they've clawed themselves back into this game in possession. But it's a highlight here for Sancho. It's fallen to us. Son taps one in. And Heung-min Son scores his first goal in the Champions League for Dortmund as well. And hopefully he scores a few more. In that inverted winger and attack role, he gets in like a lot of good spots. I like it. I prefer it than on the support role. Get a little bit lucky. Munier whips a ball in. And obviously Son, especially when it comes to getting in the box, he gets more penalty spot than staying wide. I don't mind that. I just think he suits the inverted wingback role and attack a lot more than he does anything else. Anyway, Munier, Moukoko, Sancho, Emre Can needs an option, comes wide for Jordi Alba, but he sold him short, and Solomon now on the run. Ball through to Calvert-Lewin. He's a good world-class striker. Katko makes himself big and makes a great save. And in the end, we're lucky to still be 2-0 up. Initial reaction from Everton, also very good, but we are 2 goals to the good. Time ticking away here before half-time. We'll take 2-0 here at half-time if we could, please, game. And hopefully there's not a highlight right now, unless it's us scoring, of course. I'll be open to that. But we are 2-0 to the good. I'm very happy how we're going. Continue into the second half. Important to note, Haaland has not really been banging in goals for me. It's been more Moukoko this season as well. Anyway, Ben Godfrey now. William, saying that Haaland did score a hat-trick in one game. He might have actually scored 4 in one game. In a game we won 5-0 or 5-1. Anyway, Richarlison. Good tackle from Sancho. Son, this is where we love him, driving at people at will. Instead, he kept it, and there's nothing wrong with that. And William Carvalho, get him off the park. That is a disgusting challenge. A little bit of frustration from the Everton captain. He's launched in at Sancho, double-footed, and they're down to 10 men. And I tell you what, for Everton, you've got it all to do. Son now on the ball, whips it. Danny blocked by Allen, and that keeps him, well, look, half a sniff in the game. Yeah, we'll give him half a sniff. Munier, Pau Torres, highlight it over. Heung-min Song knows how to hit him. Instead, he goes down the line. Would he cut one? He does. Sancho down he goes. Referee. Did the fullback win any of the ball? No, it was cleared by a centre-back. They're on the break. If they score, it should have been a pen. They have scored. Are you serious? Down one end, it should have been a penalty. Down the other, they've got more than half a sniff. They've got a big sniff. And away we go. Heung-min Son. Have a look at Sancho back stick. And I reckon it's Digne that has absolutely just brought him to the ground. And the ball hasn't even reached there. As you can see, ball comes in. Sancho's steaming for it. Never mind, it was Digne that cleared it. I thought live was actually cleared by one of the two centre-backs. Apologies to Digne. Never mind. Good goal. Damien, don't be delusional. To be fair, I actually thought it was blocked by one of the two centre-backs and it wasn't Digne slid in at Sancho. In the end, a great finish by Calvert-Lewin. Don't know what's really gone on. We're 2-1 up against 10 men. And I've just played one ball to Mr. James Rodriguez, who's a great player. It's a great weighted ball. And I tell you what, Calvert-Lewin is not going to miss them. And in the end, I don't think there's much Kaka can do. That goes down as a defensive mistake. I don't like that's being called a defensive mistake from the keeper. What else is he meant to do in that situation? He made sort of big, he's coming out. It's exactly what I want. Sancho also feeling his legs a little here too. I'm going to get Jude Bellingham. He's a bit more workmanlike than what Royce would have been. So hence why he's there. And time ticks away. Feel like we staying on the front foot is better than us dropping off and allowing their aerial ability to pump balls into the box with 10 men. Jordi Alba now. Ball to Rayner. Emre Can. Jordi Alba needs a ball. Goes himself straight at Pickford. Don't mind that, Jordi. That's fine. He's having a good game out there too, which is good to see. And they go long. Calvert-Lewin holds up. It's a yellow card. Hummel's actually off. That's his second yellow card. Wow, both teams down to 10. John Stones is going to get out there, and it's going to be for Moukoko. We're going to go to that. I'm going to go Haaland in like that up front by himself. I'm going to go a little bit more cautious as well. If we drop this game, this would be very interesting. Don't do that, don't do that. Just drop off that little bit deeper. Do press when the ball's in that zone. And a winger on support there as well. And wing-backs on support. Play for a set piece. Don't work the ball into the box. Don't play out from the back. Go that little bit more standard. A bit of a higher tempo. I might actually tell him to just go over the top towards Haaland as well. And there we are. We have ourselves a blame if we concede here. 20 shots, 10 on target, and you're going to tell me where the team that are going to cop it are. Sissoko now. Digne. Munier should have won, doesn't Sissoko. Richarlison. Allen. James Rodriguez. Too much of a space between everyone. Where is... What? We can't defend? Just getting so much of the ball. They deserve the score. They deserve the score. This is game over. We're going to lose this game 3-2, or it's going to be 2-2 from this highlight. Emre Can wins it. Jude Bellingham. Haaland just run a channel and punt it into him. That's it, Jude. Now find Haaland with a ball. There's nothing wrong with that. Munier. Danny. Switch. Emre. Find a pass. Does. Rayner. Beat your man. Get in the box. Ball in. Haaland. Oh my God. Fucking finish. Does any fucking Muppet want to finish a chancer? 21 chances against Everton. It's 2-1. Far out. Feels like an FMing. 21 shots, 10 on target. We're only 2-1 up. Time is ticking away here. Bit lucky. Bit lucky. Not lucky in terms of how well we played. Lucky in the chance that Haaland, Moukoko, no one wanted to finish a chance. We allowed him back into the game with 10 men. And then Hummels, as experienced as he is, gets himself sent off. Silly, silly, silly. In the end, we get away with it. It's 2-1. It's 3 points. It's great. It's a bit of a war of attrition. And we've got through it with a win, but that is not the way we want to do it. Against Everton at home, that's a game where you had 21 shots, expecting us to score 5-6 goals and go, hey, we're one of the best teams in world football. Let's go. Instead, that looked like a very weak, timid Dortmund side that just really got bullied by an English side, and we don't need to see that at all. Like, to be fair, yeah, they only had 7 shots free, but they looked like they managed us really well. Not a fan of that. In the end, though, look, it's 3 points. We move into Olympiacos where a big win is needed because 6 points is the must. We've got through a very tough game that Everton can be, but in Germany, you expect a little bit better from Dortmund. In the end, though, it's not a bad thing to have had a poor game and win. Just with 21 chances, Haaland and Moukoko, I'm looking to them to fire me into the Champions League final and win it, and they both got 14 goals this season. To have a 2-1 win with 21 shots, just not really good enough, is it? Welcome back, YouTube. It is time for match day 2, the game away in Greece against Olympiacos. Since then, we've played Darmstadt in the league. It is obviously 2022, and we do have the World Cup, so games coming thick and fast, obviously with the World Cup in Qatar. We have then only played one league game, obviously an 8-0 win against Darmstadt, and now we have Olympiacos in the Champions League match day number 2. With the suspensions that we do have, John Stones is going to make his way into the team, as he should do with Torres. They should be the starting 11. Gabe Humbles the game, obviously last time out. And we are going to go, apart from that, pretty full strength. We did rotate in the last game. I am actually going to maybe get Tonali in for Dani Ceballos. And I am going to leave Jordi Alba there. He's in good form. I know Rafael Guerrero has not played many minutes. Might get him to the bench, though, to get him off the bench and hopefully keep him happy. Apart from that, the team is pretty straightforward and is largely the same. Katka in goals, Munier, Stones, Torres, and Jordi Alba. Heung-min Son with Emre Can, Tonali, and Sancho. Haaland and Moukoko up top, both of them having 16 and 15 goals this season, but yet to score in the Champions League. I'm expecting a big performance, a performance where as long as we score the first one, we should run away with this game. However, Olympiacos do have a fair bit of history of being a very plucky side in the Champions League, and there's people there that can cause us trouble. You know, Joe Sarr's a pretty decent goalkeeper. Luka de Jong up top is very decent. Under's in there too. You know, it's not the worst little side. And look, if their big players come to play, they can make life difficult for us. I still expect us, though, to go score 2, 3, 4 goals and just be over and done with it. Anyway, I'm going to ask the assistant, and we are going to go, obviously, and pressing, because that's what we do. I think Luka de Jong would be their best player at 32, I think. And saying that, you know, like, Markovic used to be a very good player. Jose Sarr's still a very decent keeper at 29. But, yeah, look, we should be okay. Having won the open match day, yeah, it'd be very important to win. Look, I don't really know how to answer the question about Hummels being suspended, but this being easier. It's not going to be. There is side that know what they're doing. Under probably is worth a shout as well. He's probably pretty decent, isn't he? As well. Not the best version I've seen of Under on FM this season, but not the worst either. It is us in the famous yellow. The Dortmund yellow wall is not enforced because it is pretty much a sea of red. And we're not at Anfield either. It's a very good turnout by the Olympiacos fans. Away we go. I'm going to predict that we win this game 3-1. That is not as quick as the highlight we want it to be. Anyway, you can tell I was playing the Darmstadt game at a very quick pace. Tonali spreads the ball wide. Great ball over to Sancho. Hit him perfectly. And he beats 1 and he beats 2. And Sancho now looking for Moukoko. Back into Sancho. Ball in. Heung-min Son. We've signed him literally for the Champions League. And in that inverted winger on attack pro, he loves the drift a bit more centrally when he comes into the box. There's a bit of a fox of the box as well, and he's buried another one, and it is 1-0 inside 10 minutes. A perfect start in Greece for Dortmund. Sancho and Moukoko link up well. Sancho with a great run and a great ball, and Son first time with the outstretched of his right foot. It is 1-0 Dortmund, and Olympiacos has not had the start they probably envisioned in their mind. Dominating the ball early proceedings as well. Only team to have a shot first 20 minutes. And we are continuing in the right vein of form. Would love to find a second here before halftime as well. Really put us on the front foot. And hopefully things will work out that way. In the other game, Barca and Everton are currently drawing as well, which is an important result to keep the eye on. 36 minutes played. It is still 1-0. Over Barca, I think, have just gone ahead as well against Everton as Son beats a couple. Comes inside. Jose Sarr had to be alert. Messi has given Barcelona the lead there as well at Goodison Park. And look, if you ever wanted to see Messi play in England, there you go, in the Champions League group stage, because it won't happen in England in the Premier League. Anyway, Sancho going on a run down the left-hand side. Everton have just equalised through Solomon. Son on the ball. Sancho straight at Sarr. Didn't catch it sweetly. In the end, though, a 1-1 over there at Goodison Park. And hopefully we can continue on. Apparently it's a tight going for Jordi Alba. Should be okay to play through that. And 6 shots, 5 on target. A pretty good half. 1-0 to the good. I would love that second. Stops us being FM. Both centre-backs on bookings, which I don't particularly like. But at the minute, though, we're not finding goals up front, which is unlike us. Anyway, hmmm Son's going to float one in there. Haaland heads over. I prefer the short corner, boys, not going to lie, but not happening out there, which is not good. And it's a highlight from the goal kick. Markovic now. Back into Jose Sarr, into Maddie. They played out pretty well there until the ball long is picked up by Stones. And Sancho now, Tonali, still with the ball. Still going Sandro Tonali. Has options. Munier knows how to whip one in there too. He cuts it back to Sandro Tonali. Munier again. Looking for into the box. David's not trying to die. God, give me strength. That is the CHOKEGATE. It's CHOKEGATE. What the hell's going on then? Rafael Guerrero is coming on as Alba gets the booking. We've hit the post in there, and Damien has choked on a little bit of, I don't know, I guess saliva. We nearly just died on the YouTube episode. Might have to go to the living room, you know. There's a dad joke in that. Anyway, ball finds its way to Munier. Emre Can, that is a horrible joke. Son! He's a very good little player, hmmm Son. It is 2-0, 2 goals to hmmm Son. And when Moukoko and Haaland aren't really doing it up top at the minute in the Champions League, hmmm Son is doing it in the Champions League. That's what we bought him for. Munier, good ball in Emre Can. Son comes inside into the channel, one touch, bury, and see you later. Eliminates the second defender with the second touch as well, with the first touch, sorry. And there we are. Obviously, his run eliminated the left back. And then, yeah, that is pretty perfect. As things stand, 2-0. Corner though to Under back stick. De Jong's good in the air. And I tell you what, wasn't too far away and had Kaká probably beat. In the end, though, hmmm Son on a brace and is feeling a little bit out there. We'll keep him out there for a little bit longer. Sancho, on the other hand, is looking a little bit dead. I am going to make a double change, I think, as well. And hmmm Son, he's had a good game as we get him off. And I am going to bring in Danny Ceballos for Emre Can. We'll let Sancho still play with the dead legs because I'll just get him off for Royce in the league coming up. Anyway, 2-0 to the good. Weird highlight, probably because we're making a change and this is pointless. Stones, Tonali, Emre Can, Moukoko now, Haaland over the bar. Moukoko and Haaland have yet to get going in the Champions League, and that is worrying. But apart from that, it's okay. 2-0 to the good. They've done absolutely nothing so far, Olympiacos. We do have a lot of bookings. A whole back four is on bookings. That does not give me any source of confidence. I'm going to remove get stuck in here as well. Just no one gets sent off. Time ticks away. Looks like a clean sheet and a 2-0 win. I predicted 3-0, and you never know. There's still a highlight to go. Could be a highlight for them to score. Maddie now with the ball into Muriqi. Pepe out to Maddie. Muriqi. Rossi coming forward very well here is Olympiacos. That's a shooting opportunity. Rossi goes on the run and then scuffs the shot. Big moment there for Olympiacos to find a consolation goal. In the end, though, highlights still going here in the 93rd minute. Sancho getting into the box. Loses out. Oleg goes long. Rossi. Ball goes into the channel. And Muriqi nearly got on that. Stones bumps it into the stands. Don't know why we're watching the highlight then, FM, if it's not a clear-cut moment. 20 seconds left to go. Could still be a clear-cut moment. You never know. Long throw finds Rossi eventually. And in the end, Tonali, what a tackle. Falls back to him, though. Oleg. It looks like they're going to make it 2-1 more than we're going to make it 3-0, doesn't it? Maddie, Rossi, well built out. Maybe they deserve a goal. Pepe, Oleg, chance to whip one. He's offside. Pointless highlight. Thank you, Football Manager, for letting me commentate that. And in the end, it's going to be all she wrote here. 2-0 win here in Greece. We walk away. We're pretty happy. But should be game over here, referee. Just casually game over? No, we're not going to blow the whistle. There we go. But yeah, I think the only worrying thing you take from this episode is the fact Haaland and Moukoko are yet to score in the Champions League. And they're our big players. So yeah, but hmmm Son, we brought him in for the Champions League, and he has started like a house on fire. And that's exactly what we want to see. Jordi Alba as well has done okay so far as well in his life here at Dortmund too. Didn't play overly great here, but we didn't have a bad day out. We are top of the tree. Everton held Barcelona as well. hmmm Son, 2 goals in the Champions League. As you can see, he's already got 3 goals in 3 continental games. I think that also concludes the Super Cup he scored in as well. That's exactly what we signed him for, is it not? In the end, though, hmmm Son starting very well across all competitions. Anyway, from Damien and everybody else here, of hopefully next episode, when we have Barcelona doubleheader, we will see some goals from Moukoko and, of course, Haaland, and hopefully we will beat Barcelona home and away. As it stands, we are currently top of the group, And if we can finish top, it will enhance our chances to win the Champions League here in Season 3. It's also nice to know when you make a signing like hmmm Song at 30 years of age, that he comes in and just goes bang, because that's exactly what we're signing for. Anyway, from Damon and everybody else here, let me know where you think we'll finish here in the group stage, and of course where we'll finish in the Champions League in general. Links down below to the podcast, the Discord, and of course to the SFB save. And I'll see you next time for episode 14, where we'll play Barcelona in a doubleheader in the Champions League.